Happy Tuesday. I was about to say Wednesday. Happy Tuesday. 77 degrees. I thought it was cooler and I have my jacket on and I am like hot. Let me just remove it. I have so many things that I wanted to talk about, including what happened to me this morning. But excuse me. Where do I start? Man, there's so many things. Like, I've been gone for a couple of days. I haven't been recording. And the reason I hadn't recorded is because my son was off of work. So I was taking the time to relax myself. And now I'm back because you all keep me company while I'm on my way to go pick him up. The husband is actually in already, but since I have a hard time driving at night, and it's quite a distance to go pick him up at the truck stop, he was like, just come in the morning, early in the morning, be here by 8 o'clock. And I said, that I can do. That I can do. It's really hard, you all, because at night, especially on the expressway, the last time that I was on there to pick him up late, all I see is these lights coming towards me. And they're very blinding to me. And I feel like I'm going to go off-road. And I start to panic. It's just a really ugly feeling. And I don't want to do it. So I'm glad, he was cooperative and let me go in the morning. I know he was a little upset about it. But, there was a lot of traffic out here in this main street. I had to go all the way around and come back. I couldn't turn left for nothing. There was just back-to-back vehicles. And I think there was an accident up ahead as well. So that was that for a little while ago. Now this morning I went to go pick up an order of tamales. I asked the husband, are you going to want some? And he said yes. So I ordered them last week. And today was the day for me to go get them. So I had to go to the dollar store to buy some wrapping paper, scotch tape, and some greeting cards. And then I wanted to go to the store again as well, the grocery store. And I bought some bread, some rolls to make sandwiches with so that we can finish up the cold cuts. Excuse me, sir, can you please go before the light turns, preferably? And when I went to go get my order, it's so embarrassing that they have a police out there to begin with. But I guess they have to because it gets really packed and people get really unruly. Like, we didn't know this, right? And so I get there's a police officer there. A man goes in before I do, and he asks the man, do you have an appointment, or did you already pre-order? And he said yes. And he let him in, and then he asked me, did you already pre-order? And I said yes. So he says, go on in. When I get in there are like 3 cashiers, but the very first cashier wasn't even charging. They were just making sure that you had an order, and then they would lead you to the cashiers. So when I was next, I gave him my name and my phone number, and he checked me in, and he had me, wait for the next available cashier. Both cashiers were busy. And the lady behind me just proceeds to the other cashier, and he tells that cashier, no, she was next, pointing to me. And the lady wouldn't leave. She was just standing there like, no, I'm next, And no, you're supposed to wait your turn. And that is why they have a police officer outside for things like this, right? I didn't make a big deal about it. I did give the lady that look. That look like, bitch. That look? And she just looks at me and she laughs. She thinks it's hilarious that she cut in front of me, right? Well, he who laughs last laughs the loudest, right? Because once I was next, it was boom, 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 boom. I got my receipt. I went to go pick up my order. And she was just standing there still with her mouth open. They actually made her wait. They made her wait. I don't know what they were doing, but they kind of like did it on purpose to make her wait. And I was like, that's what you get, lady, for being greedy. You should have just waited your turn, Like, I don't understand why people are like that, though. Why are people so freaking impatient, especially around the holidays? And, that's what I'm going to get into, is about some women. First, let me say that I love men. I love some men. I love the men that are godly men, that love God, put God first, put their marriage first, take their place as head of household, lead their household to God, is an example of what a godly person should be, leads their family to church, prays with the family, prays over their food, prays with their wife before they go to bed, treats their wife like they're the bride all the time, really values their wife and values their children. Whether it's their own biological children or a blended family. And also sets a godly example of what a godly man is to their children. Be the type of man that their children can go to. And I'm talking about biological and blended still. That their children can go to whenever they need advice. And you're going to give them godly advice. And you're going to pray with them. And that way they can learn to pray for themselves also. And pray for others. I have to take a drink, y'all. Now, women, godly women, I am a strong believer of, I'm probably going to lose some people that are following me by saying this, and that's okay. Some of the new people that I have here, the new subs, are probably bots. I don't know. I don't mean to offend you, but I don't know. I don't know if you are or not. I have no idea. But godly women, we are to submit to our husbands. We are not to be the ones to put or to claim that we wear the pants in the family. And when your husband claims that he wears the pants of the family, you do not interrupt and say, you may wear the pants in the family, but I pick them out. That is degrading your man. Why would you do that? You lift them up. Yes, husband, you wear the pants in the family, and I'm so glad that you do. Because You are the rock in this family. You are the leader in this family. And you lead us all in the direction of the Lord. That may sound corny to some people, but that's the way it's supposed to be. That is why we are here. We are here to serve God and others, not ourselves. Again, women, we want to keep up with ourselves for our husbands. You never want to get in that place of comfort where you're going to allow yourself to let go and start gaining those pounds. Stop caring about whether you fix yourself up or not. And listen, I am preaching to myself here because I know how easy it could be to take your husband for granted that, oh, he loves me, he's never going to leave me, no matter what. And you start letting yourself go here and there, and before you know it, you've already gained like 30 pounds. Me, you're not wearing any makeup, you're not keeping up with your hairdos, you're just wearing like rags all day, looking like a mess. Not even a hot mess, just a mess. And then you're wondering why your husband is not loving on you like he used to. I remember my mom, when she was alive, she would tell me sometimes, she would say, why do you look like that? What is wrong with you? I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why don't you get yourself a little bit fixed up that he's coming home? Don't go like that to go pick him up. And I'm like, all right. So I would fix it. Now, mind you, I wasn't putting on jeans and boots and a lot of makeup and curling my hair, nothing like that, but I looked more presentable. Whether we went somewhere or not, I looked more presentable. And he liked that. He appreciated that about me. I'll admit, though, I haven't been doing that. I haven't. Just like with my nails. I never have any polish on these nails unless there's a special occasion. And he loves red nails. I do not like red nails. I do not like red nail polish. I don't know why, but I don't like it. And he loves that. That's a big turn on for him for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. And I can't even tell you that my cat doesn't even like red nail polish. Anytime that I would get my nails done, it would be with that $1 Million Red that was real popular back in the day. And that was the name of the color. And she would just like hiss at it, you know? She'd be like, she did not like it. And I was like, I don't blame you. Like, I don't like it either. She wouldn't let me touch her with my fingernails painted that color. Which is weird because if I have like a nude color, a pink color, you know, something neutral, she looks at my nails right away and she's like, whoa, wait a minute. I see color on those nails. Okay, yeah, you can touch me. But if it's red, she's just like, hell no, get away. And she'll get away from me. She'll try to scratch me. You know, she'll hit me with her paw and I don't get it, you know, but she don't like it either. And, I mean, I do get it because I don't like it myself. But, you know, I don't have it done because I just, you know, it gets very costly to be like, to me that's considered like high maintenance. And it gets very costly to be going to the salon every week or every other week to get your nails done. It is like $25 to get a manicure and get your nails done. And then when they put that gel nail polish or shellac, whatever you pick out, it does ruin your nails. And my nails are really like bad right now. You know, you would think like, well, what more harm can you do to your nails if they're already bad? But I don't want to get them any worse than they are. They break so easily right now and everything. And I want to get my nails healthy. But anyway, at any rate, you want to like keep up with yourself. And you want to be that example of a good wife to your daughters. What a good wife is. What a good mother is. A good mother isn't scrolling on her phone all day long. A good mother isn't doing videos for clicks. A good mother isn't putting on makeup and dancing in front of a Ring camera. Trying to give younger girls advice. Trying to act like they're 20 or 30 years old when they're already in their 40s. A good mother remains modest and humble and classy. They don't try to keep up with these 20-year-olds. And by trying to dress like them, by getting augmentations on their chest, by getting a BBL, by getting tummy tucks, by getting injections, fillers, by getting those ugly donut lips that look like the back of a baboon. You know, yes, I am saying keep up with your looks, but keep up with your natural looks, your natural beauty. Not this fake wannabe OF model that you're not. It doesn't matter how big your butt is. It does not matter because you're still going to be in your 40s or 50s. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much work you get done to yourself. You're still going to be in your 40s and 50s. Now you want to do your duties too in the bedroom. If there was one thing I learned growing up, I read this book. I think my mom threw that book out because I shouldn't have been reading it. It was more for like adults and I was just a teen. But I learned a lot because my mom never had this talk with me. And that's another thing I want to say. It's okay to have that talk with your daughters when they're already 18 years of age. And now look, you're not preparing them to be promiscuous by any means. But when the day comes that they meet their husband, you want them to be prepared. You don't want them to be lost. And there was a saying in that book that you be a good girl out here with your husband. Out in the world, be a good girl. But in the bedroom, you be an HO. And he will be very happy with you. Now that is for the married women. Not the single. Married. Okay? You all are probably like, Moon, who are you to give advice? Since when did you become the expert here? I'm not. These are things that I wish I knew back then. Now, with that said, in the same way, men, Men, you need to fulfill your duties in the bedroom as well. Some of you are just like, oh, I'm frustrated right now. I'm so tired and I just don't feel like it. I don't know how you can be in that mood if I'm so tired and my body aches all over and that's the last thing on my mind. I'm more worried about this over here, meeting this deadline and yada, yada, yada. I have never, ever met a man that would turn down intimacy. Never. The only way he would turn it down is if there was something going on with him, health-wise, or there is another person that's fulfilling your duty. Why am I bringing all this up? I've been watching these videos of these two different men really coming down on the ladies. And I'll have to say that I agree with a lot of it. And no, I'm not a misogynist. But I see it. I see it all around how some women act. And I don't even like those women. Those women that go around acting like they're feminists, like they're empowered, like they don't need a man. And they actually hold their boyfriends and spouses, whoever they're living with, they hold them hostage. And those men are the ones that I don't like, because those type of men have no backbone. You men have no backbone. You don't know how to stand on your own 2 feet without asking permission from your feminist girlfriend or wife. You believe everything she tells you, and your tail is always in between your legs, and you're just like, okay. Oh, are you cheating on me? No? Okay, I believe you. Did you send pictures? Oh, okay. No, I believe you. I believe you, babe, because I love you. Wake the hell up, please. Do you really think that you have her respect? You don't. She does not respect you. She's stepping all over you and your ego and your manhood. She's taking your manhood. She puts it in her purse. She lets you have it under her terms. And meanwhile, she's over here acting like, girl power. Yeah, I showed him, and I'm going to show every man. You're not showing anybody other than who you really are. And you're a horrible individual, inside and out. There is nothing attractive about you. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. No matter how hard you try. And you try your bestest. I've seen it. And there's nothing good about you. You prey upon the weaker ones. Because you know you can manipulate them. And you take from the ones that have the least, the very least to give. And you're proud of yourself for it. And other women that encourage that in you are no better than you. They're actually weaker than you because you're doing the job they want to do, which is step all over a man. And then you wonder why you don't have a good man in your life. You act like you do. You claim you're married. You claim to live with someone. Where are they? You're always encouraging this other woman. Where's your family? Why aren't you encouraging your family? Why aren't you encouraging your husband? Why aren't you with your husband? Some of these women nowadays, they also need validation. I need to know that I still got it. It is time for me to take some dirty pics and let me start sending them to random men online that I just met so they can tell me how beautiful I am. When actually you're saying, I am so freaking insecure that I need somebody to notice me. So I'm going to send my pictures to strangers online that know nothing about me so that they can think I am just all that in a bag of chips. When you are not. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but there's always going to be somebody prettier than you that you will never hold a candle to. And if you're acceptable of that, that's fine too. But just know that you didn't get the validation you wanted. And you never will, because until you're comfortable with yourself and accept yourself for who you are, and look at all the attributes that you have, all your godly attributes and all your imperfections, that's when you truly can feel validated. And only you can do that, not some stranger online. Which reminds me, men. Giving these type of women that attention that they so desperately are seeking for. You're not doing yourself any favors. Not only are they sending you pictures of their hiney ho, they're sending them to plenty of others, better looking than you. Oh yeah. And here you're thinking they're sending them just to you because you're so special. No. And you put these women, you follow them on your X and on your Instagram and your Facebook, whatever other social medias you have, you follow these women. Anybody can see that you're following all these women that are fake and phony, but somehow these women are quote unquote boosting your ego. How is that working for you? Do they really do it for you? Or are you still going to bed at night alone, hugging your pillow? I bet it's the latter. You are never going to find that special woman, whether you believe in God or not. I don't care at this point. I hope that you would, and I pray that you will. But you're never going to find that special woman. Woman. Emphasis on the woman. Not little girl. Woman. If you are just focusing on those pictures and those accounts, You don't even know what they look like without makeup. You don't even know if they have extensions on their hair. And you're thinking they look so great. They're the perfect female species on Earth. I hate to break it to you also, but no woman has a butt that is so huge like that naturally. It's either really, really huge because they're huge, but no woman has a skinny little waist, a tiny little waistline, and a huge badonkadonk. No. They had work done. And I mean they had work done. I don't mean they went to the gym. They had work done. And it's also all a matter of angle, camera angle. You think they take one picture and they post it on their Instagram and that's what they look like? They take several pictures, several angles to see which one looks the best, and that's the one they're going to post. And then there's you that believes it. You know, to end, I'm just going to say to both men and women, wherever your faith is, whether you believe in God, you don't, you have to have morals and values. Everybody has those. And you need to use wisdom. And if you don't have wisdom, then pray for it. Pray to God, pray to your Allah or whoever you worship, to the universe, to the trees, to the moon, whoever you pray to. Ask for wisdom. I'm not encouraging for you to worship anything else other than God, but I'm just saying pray for wisdom. All right, that's it. I love you all. Happy pre-Christmas Eve. And I will talk to you all again soon. Oh, and yes, have a very blessed Christmas. I know it's been crazy, but it's all worth it now. We got our shopping done, your gifts under the tree. And I pray for good health for you and just a wonderful memory with your families. Bye.